everybody, this is Lynn Gray with Take the First Step. Today's video will be on the core, and we're going to explain why the core is so important for balance, why the core is so important for your good posture, and of course why it's necessary to have a strong core and a strong back if you are going to pursue long distance walking or running. Now, one of the reasons the core is in fact critical is when you have a weak core, the area of the back and the front have a tendency to bend, and all that weight can be distributed, unfortunately, to the knees and the shins, which many times can create shin splints. And what we want to do is prevent and keep a strong posture throughout all distance walking and running. So let's go over where we're going to go with this core business. We've actually got 3 different levels of core muscles to dwell on. So let's explore 4 different exercises, 4 core exercises that I feel are very beneficial and very simple. So the first one is just the lean back core exercise. And what we're going to do, just like you're going to watch TV, you want to lean back with your feet together and your arms in a very comfortable position, so there's no variables of arm strength. We're simply going to concentrate on the core. And we're going to go ahead and come up just a little bit with our arms crossed. The arms are resistance, and we're going to start feeling a little bit of heat, a little bit of burn they call it, in the core. And if we like, we can go ahead and go left and right, and you'll also get your obliques. Now, right now I'm feeling my core, and I would suppose if I held this position for 30 seconds, I would have a pretty good core workout from this very first exercise. And that's the point I want to make also. What happens to us when we hold that one position? What if we start getting tired on our back? That is a critical part of the core program. You have to realize that the back right now is overworking. It's in a position that's not a natural position. You can arch your back, or better yet, take an intermission, come back, roll out, and put your hands underneath your knees and lightly and gently stretch right and left, and roll right and left, and that way you'll release the back tension. Now, let's get up again and let's do another core exercise. This is a little bit more difficult, but gives you a little bit more results. So now we're going to go back into that TV position, and rather than coming up like I did on the last one, I'm going to go ahead and stay here. I'm quite comfortable, but I'm going to bring my legs up for some resistance. And now I'm feeling a lot of core work on the lower and in the middle, and I am right now going to say that 5 to 6 seconds have elapsed, but since my core is fairly strong, I can add to this exercise. I can go ahead and go in and out with my legs. I can do a bike, or I can do the scissor. Okay, now by this time, it's about 30 seconds have elapsed in this position. My back is feeling a little stressed, so it's time for the intermission, and here's our second intermission. Roll on back, same thing, gently place your hands under your knees, and roll left and right. Take your time. It's the quality that you want. You don't want the quantity as much as the quality. What you want to do is hold the position when you find that area of the core that's really working. Now, since I'm trying to give you 4 core exercises that are really meaningful, let me give you a third one with a little bit more challenge. Okay, now the third one is going to require you to go back into that TV position, and it's going to ask you to use your legs and pretty much have all the work done right in your core. All the core muscles are going to work together. So now we're going to ask you to not only lift your legs up, we're going to ask you to lift your hands up and open up your arms to a T position, and now there's nothing really else that's bringing our work effort other than the core. That's the only thing that's really working right now. So I'm isolating this whole area. I'm not going to say it's easy, And I'm not going to say I'm not feeling it a little bit on my legs, but I'm definitely working my core. Now, I just used about 8 to 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds have elapsed. That's enough. You can do about 5 repeats of this, but after each 15 seconds or so, or less, take an intermission from this one and back down on the back and relax. And again, roll gently left and right so you can get some tension released. And if you're wondering, can there be anything more difficult for the core? My answer is yes. There's one last one. This involves all of your body parts, all of your muscles, I should say. And now you're going to go ahead again, put your feet down and your legs raised, and let your hands and arms go all the way over your head. And then in a synchronized situation, you want to bring your hands up the same time your feet are up. Touch your knees. You can hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down they go in the same speed. And let's repeat this 4 more times. Up, and we're touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. And remember to breathe as you go up and down. And let's just practice that breathing right now. So I'm inhaling, coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And I think I'm on number 4, and I'm resting a little bit. This is a recovery. Up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down we go. And one more. And nice big inhale. And up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And normally your face and your head should be straight forward. I'm looking at you. That's why my head's turned. So down you go, and then in the same spirit of making sure that we relax the back muscles, let's go back to that area where the arms are gently put underneath the legs, and all the while you're stretching your various muscles, because you're definitely relaxing your core muscles and your back. Now, that leads me to one of the most important bullets to this video. To do a proper core program, you must have a strong back. There is very little success in doing 10, 15 minutes of core because the back is going to hurt and it's going to perhaps be strained. So what we really have to do is make sure that we flip over and do some key back exercises. And I'd like to show you 2 which should support the 4 core exercises I just demonstrated. So let's turn over on your mat, and this is based from yoga. You're going to go ahead and have your chin down on the mat, and your arms are being in a V position, a little bit of a bend in the arms, not like this, but like this. And your head is straight ahead, your feet are together, and nothing to do with your neck. Don't even think about bending your neck. But you're going to lift with your back muscles being the most work. You're going to lift using your arms a little bit to help you. Lift and feel your back muscles work, pressing the pelvic down, and you're going to hold, and 1, 2, 3, and down. Let's do 4 more of those. First, we're going to go ahead and inhale, up, and we're not moving our neck back, we're straight ahead. My arms are completely straight. I have a pretty deep stretch, and down. And notice how I hold the up position, and also notice how slow I'm going up with the very big determination of making sure that my back muscles are being stretched. And I think I owe you 2 more. And then I want you to make sure you inhale, of course, on the up. Hold for about 3 seconds and exhale down. And our last one on this particular exercise, inhale, up, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and down. Okay, very good. And let's just take it one more step further. This is the traditional cobra position. And you don't have to be a yoga star. It's just the principle of back strength and relaxation. You take the arms and you bring them in towards the body, towards your waistline, maybe a little bit above your waistline. Again, you want your chin on the mat, no neck going out like this. But with the use of your hands and your arms, you push up just a tad. You'll notice you won't have to push up much. You'll get a very deep stretch right above the lumbar area. And this is good for one. And we'll repeat this 4 more times, but believe me, you'll feel this. And down. And let's repeat it again. Inhale, feeling a little bit more limber now, so I have a little bit more of a curve. And exhale. And I'm relaxing on the down. And inhale. And each time I'm trying to be aware of where my back is really being strengthened. And I feel it, again, right in the middle, right above the tailbone. And I think you will also. And back. And then we will do 2 more. This will be the count of 4. And notice the arms are not out like this. I'm trying to keep them right to my side. And make sure that your hands are not here, although this is a whole different exercise. This is a little bit more challenging. And down. You'll notice that as you pursue this, you'll strengthen your hamstrings. You'll actually feel your muscles in your hamstrings as well. So let's do our last one. And here we go. Inhale. And hold. Notice the neck is straight, not like this. And down. Okay. Now, that concludes a basic core exercise with a little bit of sharing of back exercise to complement the core. I would say you should not do one without the other. And I also will say, start out with 5 repeats or 5 seconds. Either one is equivalent. Always take your intermission between each core exercise so your back gets relaxed. Don't keep going and strain your back. Also, one more thing, you don't want to not like the exercise. So the more intermissions you give yourself, the more you're really stretching and you're helping yourself stay motivated. Thank you very much.